Hello, boys and girls. With permission from Scholastic Books, I'm going to read you this story. Weather, written by Pamela Chanko and Daniel Morton. Look at the front cover of this book. What do you think it's going to be about? This is the title page. This tells us the name of the story again. Weather, written by Pamela Chanko and Daniel Morton. When it is sunny, you can play outside. What are some of the fun things you like to do outside on a sunny day? When it is rainy, you can splash in puddles. What kind of clothing should you wear on a rainy day? What should you wear on your feet if you want to splash in puddles? When it is hot, you can go to the beach. What do you like to do at the beach? When it is cold, you can go ice skating. What kind of clothing should you wear if you want to go ice skating? Have you ever been ice skating before? When it is snowy, you can build a snowman. How do you think the snow feels on your skin? What would you use to build your snowman? When it is windy, you can fly a kite. Where do you think the kite will fly to? How high will it fly? The next 2 pages will tell us a little more about weather. Weather. Warm, sunny days make us want to go outside and play. Have you ever wondered how the sun keeps the earth warm? The sun's rays, called solar radiation, are made of heat and light energy. The rays shine on the earth, traveling through the atmosphere and warming the air and the earth's surfaces, the land and the seas. Some of this radiation bounces off the earth and goes back into space, but a lot of it is trapped in our atmosphere, and that's what keeps us warm. What makes rain? Much of the Earth's surface is covered by water that makes up the oceans. It is salt water. The heat from the sun changes some of this water into vapor, an invisible gas that rises up into the atmosphere, leaving the heavy salts behind. High up, it is cooler, and that makes the tiny water particles condense into water drops. The drops become heavy and fall back to the earth as rain. This rainwater is clean and fresh, giving the plants, animals, and people the water they need to drink and grow. In the summer, it gets hot. Often, the lakes and oceans get warm enough for swimming. Why does that happen? Well, the earth is tilted on what we call its axis. So for part of the year, half of the earth is in the sunlight more of the time. The days are longer, and that part is actually closer to the sun. When the sun's rays are coming from a closer distance, they are more direct and hotter. We call that summer. The part of the earth that is at the equator and closest to the sun all the time is always hot. And that is why we have to wear sunscreen on hot, warm days. In winter, it gets cold. The tilting of the earth, the same thing that gives us summer, also makes winter. Half of the year, part of the earth tilts away from the sun. This part is in darkness more of the time, and the days are shorter. It is also farther from the sun, so the sun's rays have to travel farther to reach it. It is winter in this part of the earth, and we feel the lack of the heat as coldness. At the North and South poles, it is colder all the time. The tops of the mountains are colder too. Up there, the air is thinner and can't hold the heat like the thicker air at lower altitudes. So it stays cold. Snow sometimes falls in winter. Snow is caused by the same process as rain, with water evaporating from the oceans and rising to become tiny droplets high in the clouds. But if the air is very cold, below 32 degrees Fahrenheit, the droplets crystallize into tiny snowflakes. These intricate ice crystals then fall back to Earth as snow. Look very closely at a single snowflake. You'll be able to see its six-sided structure. Look at another. Each one is different and beautiful. The air you feel moving against your skin is what we call wind. Wind is the result of patterns of air pressure that the sun creates when it strikes the surfaces of the earth. Land absorbs the radiation faster than water and cools down faster too. So when the warm air over the land rises up, it creates lower pressure underneath it. This sucks cooler air in from over the sea. We feel this as a cool breeze. Because the surface of the earth is so varied, the air is in constant motion, making soft breezes, strong winds, and even storms. This is the end of the story. The end. Thank you for listening to the story, friends. Bye-bye.